Hello everyone and welcome to my first ever YouTube video. I cannot believe I am saying this. It is crazy. I've been wanting to start doing YouTube videos for over a year now, but I was kind of afraid to, and now I feel like, you know, what better time than now? I thought what better way to start out than with a everyday makeup tutorial. So this is the look that I like to just throw on when I want to look put together and just, you know, go on with my day. So I hope you guys enjoy watching this video and let's get started. So first things first, I put my hair back with just some random clips I have laying around. I have no idea what is going on with my skin lately. Well, kind of do. I've been trying out some new skincare. And yeah, as you can see, right, like my chin area, it's not working. So I just decided to just quit that and just go back to what I know. So first I'm gonna start off with priming my face. And for that I'm going to use the YSL Top Secrets Instant Matte Pore Refiner. I don't know if you can see that. So I'm going to just use this on my T-zone, just a little dollop of that. Rub it in with my hand, just all over my T-zone, just go a little bit on my temples. I don't know why I get oily temples for some reason. I have no idea why. Don't ask me. Next, I'm going to go in with the MAC Prep and Prime 24-Hour Extend Eye Base, which what I like about this product, I use it all around my eyes, especially like here because I have wrinkles on my face, but especially like around my eye area. And what this does is this actually also primes my eyes for concealer. So I'm just gonna take a little bit on my eye and a little bit under. Blend that out and just make sure to get all up in those lines. And the foundation I'm going to use today is the L'Oreal Infallible Matte 24-Hour Mattifying Foundation. I'm using the shade Vanilla, which is the lightest shade, and it's a neutral tone. I would say it's like a peachy neutral. Take some on my face, like so. I also like to do a little bit more around my nose because I get really red there. Now I'm going to use a Real Techniques makeup sponge to buff this into my face. So I'm just gonna do that right now. And I apologize for any weird face making, especially around my mouth. Like, I don't know how to keep my mouth closed. See, there it went. When applying foundation and concealer, I don't know why. I know it's normal when you do that with mascara, but I do that with almost anything, I guess. What I like about this foundation, you can really build it up. Okay, so I have a little bit left. I'm just gonna go over the parts where I feel like I can get a little bit more coverage. Seeing as this is like an everyday makeup, I don't want to be like fully covered, even though I do like that look. And always make sure you take with whatever you have left, you just take that into the hairline a little bit. Not too much, just gently stroke it in so it doesn't stop there. And I always take my ear. Yeah, so this is the L'Oreal Infallible More Than Concealer. So it's this. This is supposed to be a dupe for Shape Tape by Tarte. I have no idea. I have never used Shape Tape. It does look good. I really do want to try it because I do love a good full coverage concealer. Like 3 colors that I use, but right now I'm really pale, so I'm just going to use the lightest 2, which is Fawn and Bisque 323 and 325. I'm going to use the Bisque color under my eyes. And seeing as we're keeping it very... Okay, that one's almost done. So I just take like 4 dots here and 4 dots there. I just put a little bit on my eyes. And then I'm also going to take the Fawn color. This is a brand new one, I think. just gonna take that down. So I just like to dot a little bit, just to keep it as natural as possible. So you don't put down too much product. So you don't put down too much product. And now I'm going to just take this side of the sponge and just gonna blend in my concealer under my eyes. See, I can't do this without making a face. I apologize for that. And again, with the concealer, I also like to build it up a little bit, especially around my eyes. So I'm going to take that Bisque color again. And for me, I always get like really dark, like really in between, almost like in my inner corner. So that's why I do a little bit extra. And I just keep it in that pocket right there. Just give it a little bit extra coverage, just for that extra brightening effect. So I'm gonna start off with setting my under eyes, and I'm gonna use the MAC set powder for that. Do kind of a little bit like bake. That's just because I really have a problem with creasing under my eyes, so I always, like for every day, I always do baking under my eyes, just to make sure that it does not crease. And then the rest of my face I will set with some pressed powder. I'm just gonna take a nice fluffy brush. I'm just gonna press that into my skin. Like on my T-zone, I will press, and then on my cheeks I'll just swirl, because I don't need a whole lot of setting on that area, just on the T-zone, especially on the nose as well. I just like to, and I also like to go like so, set a little extra. And then I'm just gonna take a little on my neck. I just like to take a small setting brush with that same powder. I'm just gonna set my eyelids with that. So we have our base down for eyeshadow. Remove my bakage. Is that what you call it? Bakage? My baking powder. Next up is bronzer. I'm going to use the Hoola bronzer by Benefit. Slightly bronze up my face and lightly contour. For my forehead, I'm going to take a little bit more of a fluffier brush. This is a Morphe brush. Because I have a large forehead. I just want to bronze that up nicely. Like so. And a little bit down my neck. Just on my jawline, especially. And I just like to take whatever's left and just blend a little bit. Okay. So now my face has a little bit more depth to it. This is probably going to be like the longest everyday makeup ever, but because I'm explaining it to you step by step, it just takes a little longer. If I were to do this without the camera on, I'd be done in like 15 minutes. So next up is blush. So I'm just going to take one of my favorite blushes, which is Peaches by MAC. So gorgeous. So you can see I really do love it. So now it's time for the glow, and I'm going to use my Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Champagne Pop, which is one of my all-time favorites. And I'm going to use a nice little fan brush for that. I'm just going to start on my cheeks, on the tops of my cheeks, and then with whatever's left, I'm going to make a little C motion just to take it up a little bit. Take a little bit more on that side. Take a little bit of my nose, down the bridge of my nose, and I'm also going to take a little bit on my Cupid's bow, and sometimes I just like to take a little bit on my brow. I just use whatever's left. So So that is the face done. Before I go on to my eyes, I just like to take a little quick spritz of my all-nighter just to make sure it's all set in place and it doesn't go anywhere while applying other makeup, just to be sure. So here we go. There we go. Time for my favorite part, eyeshadow. I've always loved eyeshadow. I just love being creative with colors and just everything about it. I always like to learn new techniques, really have a lot of time to watch new techniques and just learn a lot, which I really have learned a lot, and I feel like my eyeshadow game really has stepped up. I am going to do more creative looks, of course, but because this is my first video, I just wanted to kind of ease into it and not do anything too bold because of the talking. Because it is so new to me, talking while doing my makeup. I'm used to doing Instagram tutorials where you don't have to talk, so it's really kind of not, I wouldn't say awkward, but it's different. I really like it so far. I just hope you guys like it so I can do more of these videos. I'm so afraid to show you this because this looks absolutely disgusting, but if you see this, you'll know it is well loved. This is my Jaclyn Hill Morphe eyeshadow palettes. This is the volume 1. I have the volume 2 as well, which I've been using like crazy because of all the bright colors. But yeah, this is what my first one looks like. I know, it's well loved. That's one way of putting it, right? I always like to start off with my brow bone color. Don't know why, but that's just what I do. So I'm just gonna take the lightest color in the palette, the first color of the palette. I have no idea what the shade names are because they don't say. And I'm just gonna place that down. This looks like quite a lot, but because of all the other eyeshadows that's gonna blend, this is gonna be so minimal. But I feel like if I do this after my blending, I will start to create a harsh line, which I do not want. This is what works for me. Just take any neutral shade that you have in a nice big fluffy brush. I'm using the Sigma E35, which is just a really big fluffy blending brush, and I'm just gonna take that into my crease, softly blending it in, like so. Just creating a little shadow. I'm just gonna take a smaller brush. This is the Zoeva Luxe Crease Brush. I will link down below. Okay, so right now I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of a deeper shade, just a neutral shade. Just real quick, just to get that out of the way. And I also like to keep the other brush on hand, just buff that out even more. That's how I kind of work. I kind of work with one brush, two brushes. That's how I like to do my makeup. See, it's a little bit deeper now. So that is all I'm going to do for crease work. Just going to keep it as simple as possible. I am, however, going to put a nice little shimmer on my lids because that is what I love. I just feel like it brightens up my eyes and just brightens up my face. It just looks very fresh. So I'm going to use one of my favorite eyeshadows of all time. This is All That Glitters by MAC. And I am going to take this on a MAC 242 brush. I have had this one for over 10 years, but they still have it. I know they do. So I'm just gonna take some on my brush and really do like a good shimmer on the lids. So I'm going to take a little bit of Fix Plus by MAC and I'm just gonna spritz my brush like so. And I'm just gonna apply that to my lid like so. Gonna do the same on the other eye. So now that I've placed the eyeshadow on my eyelids, I'm just going to take my my crease brush again. No additional product, just going to blend those edges. And now I'm going to take a pencil brush. This is also by Zoeva. Again, I'm going to link these down below, don't worry. And going to take that second color, again, that neutral brown, and just place that on my lower lash line. And I'm trying really hard not to open my mouth, by the way. Just gonna blend it down a little bit farther. I'm gonna take that first color that I used on my brow bone, and I'm gonna use it on my inner corner. It makes a world of difference, it really does. So that is eyeshadow done. You can add a little bit of liner if you like, but because this is one of my everyday looks, I don't really wear eyeliner too much. I'm going to curl my lashes real quick. And then for mascara, I'm using the Armani Beauty Eccentrico mascara. Lashes are done. I don't really know how I feel about this mascara yet. I've only used it like 2 or 3 times. I'm currently just testing out some new mascaras and see how I like it. If you have any recommendations on good mascaras, whether it be high-end or drugstore, just leave it in the comments below. So I just quickly did my brows off camera. I will do a more in-depth video about those. I'm gonna move on to the lips and then we're done. I'm gonna take a pencil by Primark. This is their lip liner pencil in Foxy Nude. These are so nice and they are €1.50. I can't even imagine, but they're so nice. For lipstick, I'm gonna use Shy Girl by MAC, which is just a really nice nude peachy coral color. And then I'm gonna top it off with a gloss. This is the Primark High Gloss in Iconic Nude. And this is only €2. I can't even believe it. It's so good. So now the makeup is done. I'm just gonna spritz my Urban Decay All Nighter one more time. So here we go, just one more time. There we go. I'm just gonna let that dry for a second. I'm just gonna unclip my hair. So this is the finished look. I hope you guys like it. I absolutely love it. I just feel a little bit more put together, especially in these times. It's very tempting to just be in your PJs all day and just not to wear any makeup or just do your hair. And for me personally, I find that makes me less productive. So I just like to slap a little bit of makeup on, throw on a nice outfit, do my hair a little bit, throw on some jewelry, and just go on with my day. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so next time I upload, you will be notified. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.